With less than 800 days until the deadline for the Millennium Development Goals expires, UN Women and its stakeholders came together to discuss the strengths and weaknesses of the MDGs when it comes to empowering women and girls.
There are many lessons from the implementation of the MDGs. But one thing is certain: partnerships and the full engagement, responsibility, accountability of all stakeholders is essential for success.
Somebody doesn't want women and girls to be part of the game and tend to exclude them in the global development agenda.
This inequality manifests itself in different ways, whether in exclusion from the formal economy and lack of resources, sexual exploitation of women, unequal pay for equal work, sexual harassment in the workplace, or even increasingly cyberbullying and eating disorders.
It was the world and the countries of the world that defeated slavery. It was not the slaves themselves who had to fight for their lives. They fought, but it was the world, it was the nations that abhorred the practice. And the world in the 21st century must make the same level of commitment in the struggle for the emancipation of women.
With the 58th session of the Commission of the Status of Women coming up in March 2014, the panelists looked at the road ahead to drafting a future development agenda with a stronger mandate for gender equality, while glancing back on the achievements in the implementation of the MDGs.
Let us take full advantage of this valuable opportunity and work to send a strong, clear message, not just right here and right now, not just this coming session of CSW in March 2014, nor even 2015, but for 2015 and beyond. That gender equality is a priority, and we are all united in the advancement of women.
Panelists emphasized that development for women only works when all stakeholders are invested in the outcome, and that only when women are empowered, achieving development goals can become a reality.
The relationship between MDG 3 to promote gender equality and women's empowerment and other MDGs works in a two-way manner. While gender equality is a precondition for achieving goals such as child and maternal health, progress in areas such as water and sanitation is at the same time critical for ensuring women's safety, health, dignity, and also economic empowerment.
Women invest up to 90% of their incomes in the family compared to 30% by men. When women are in control of household incomes, child survival increases by up to 20% due to improved health, nutrition, and educational prospects. A child born to a mother who can read is 50% more likely to survive past 5 years old.
As the world is making a final push towards halving poverty, making sure everyone has access to education, and many more development targets, the women of the UN are celebrating successes. But they are also treading forward with caution, determined not to make the same mistakes that have slowed down the MDGs, and next time around make women's empowerment the center of development.
Girls and young women must be the subjects and agents, not the objects of a new development agenda. I strongly believe the post-2015 development agenda should bring a new phase to the global development where the world will equally benefit from it.
We are mobilizing and we are pushing to ensure that this time round the process will be very inclusive, very participatory, so that women's voices will be brought onto the table.
Ultimately, it's about listening more than about telling. And what even women's organizations need to listen more, for example, to men. We're talking about the engagement of men, but there are very few spaces where boys and men are listened to by women who are inside the women's movement. And so I think there's a lot to be done there.
While today's forum raised awareness about the existing commitments and challenges of achieving gender equality, it also provided a powerful framework for the post-2015 development agenda and the many opportunities for women's empowerment that are still to come. I am Shari Naiman, reporting from the United Nations for South South News.